Today we're making, I just got out of the shower, and we're making Fesenjan. So this is a Persian dish that I really like. And I was in, what was I making? Something else with walnuts. No telling. And Jen over at the hen house, Haus, said, "Ooh, I love walnuts." And I'm like, "Oh, I have a recipe for you." So that's what we're doing today. I've actually been craving it and wanting to make it. So Jen, I appreciate you you shouting out your love for walnuts. So I have a pan. This recipe does not have many ingredients. The main ingredients is mainly onion, pomegranate molasses, and walnut. If you don't have pomegranate molasses, you can cook down pomegranate product, but you have to watch it carefully, and it takes about a cup for this dish, so it requires quite a bit. So I have my pan already hot. I'm going to put quite a bit of oil in here because we're going to fry some onions first. I already have them sliced up. They're pretty thin. So they're probably all under 1/4 of an inch. Almost kind of translucent. So now I use 2 medium onions. It calls for a whole onion and a half. I got my chicken thighs over here. I've already cleaned them, cut off any excess fat. I hope y'all are doing well today. It's been crazy, hasn't it? So I'm in Atlanta. Atlanta's had ice. Now we have a mix of ice and rain. Well, icicles are getting bigger. I can say that. But yeah, we're going to be mostly kind of a rain from here on out. There's severe storms to the south. And I imagine to the east, there'll be some thunder snow going on. Maybe around Athens, it looks like. So we want these to be brown, so they're gonna take a while to get to that point. So you want like 4 or 5 pieces of like drumsticks or thighs, and then we're gonna get 8 ounces of walnut halves. It's about 2 cups. So let me get that real quick. You need to grind these, so you can do it with a hand immersion blender, or you can do it in a food processor, whatever you like. So y'all, let's get my nuts here. I'm just using chopped walnuts. Howdy, any thumbs up would be appreciated here. I'm going to turn this up to like a medium heat for these onions. It can take up to 20 minutes for onions to brown. I probably should have started these first, but you know, the reason I'm doing these live videos is because there are a lot of people that really just don't know how to start with cooking. And they get a bit intimidated. But you know, usually if you have a dish, as long as your meat is cooked well, you're good. If you have a dish with a lot of great flavors and you don't burn it and you cook it thoroughly, it's going to be delicious. All right, so I just have a cup here. Just going to eye it kind of more than anything. I said these are already chopped. If you're shelling them yourselves, you know, pick through them, of course. It's about 2 cups there. Super easy dish. And this is going to be high in what? Like omega-3s and antioxidants. Because you have the pomegranate, you have the walnuts. That's going to be super healthy. Super, super duper healthy. Getting like a golden color now. Some of them. Making progress. All right. Now we're going to move back and we're going to get this food processor out. While those onions cook. And I do mute for the food processor, so don't be afraid. Watch out for my peoples. I also use ear-friendly utensils. It's silicone when I do YouTube stuff, so I like to protect the ears. God know how it is. I use earbuds too. So, like I said, if you don't, I mean, I imagine you could do this by hand if you wanted. You could do it with a food processor. This is going to be a centuries-old recipe where they didn't have any of this type of equipment. So we're going to put these in here to chop. And we're going to make almost like a sauce out of this. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup of water to the shoot once we get it processed a bit. And I can angle you so you can see that process. But we want these like a light kind of sandy color. Is what we want when we get that water in there. So back to my measuring cup. Doesn't take much. It's only like a 1/4 cup. I may need less than this even. Stir my onions again. Oh, they're cooking down nicely. Almost 100% translucent. Alright, back to the walnuts. You have like plenty of time here, so your chicken and stuff, you can do that later. So let me get this walnut going, and once I get this done, I'll bring you into the light. Come into the light, and we can get a better look at the color of this when we're done. So let me put you on mute. I'm going to run this, and then I'll kind of cue that I'm putting the water in. You'll see the color change happen here. So again, all thumbs up are appreciated. Now, like I said, this is a Persian dish. It's centuries old. It's very nutritious, and it has very few recipes, and most of it you can get local because pomegranates grow in California, as do walnuts, so we love that. So let me get started with this chopping here. I'm going to just mute you, and I'll be back. All right, my first part here was the puree chop portion of it. They're pretty fine. It's almost like a coarse meal, like a cornmeal that's really coarse, stone ground. It's kind of the texture right now. Now we're going to pour the water in, and you'll see it'll change to a beautiful sandy kind of color. So now we're back. And did you see the color change? It's kind of pretty cool there. All right. We're going to get our stuff out. It came out quite nicely. Maybe a little bit thick. It's going to be okay though. If we need to thicken it later, we can thicken it later. Ooh, we get some browning on the onions already. That's what we want. We're going to layer these onions on top of the chicken. So we'll be removing it for a moment once it's ready. Now let's get a look at this beautiful ground walnut. We get an idea of how beige it is. It almost looks like a hummus color, is what I'd say. You can see the moisture is not evenly mixed in. I'll do that by hand. So let me get my spatula. Hey, we just had a little power flicker. I hope we're good. I hope y'all are doing well. All right, so it's really, really pasty right now. I'll bring you back over here to the onions. You can see the progress we're making here. You want about 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil in this, onion saute that we're doing here. Let me get this out of the way now. I think the ice is accumulating more because it was frozen. Then we got a little like sleet ice action going on. Now the icicles are getting bigger too. And it's about 4 o'clock, so we may have hit our high for the day. But everything's closed in Georgia, like I think even south of Macon right now. All the government, schools, all that stuff. They're going to close Monday, which I'm happy for because I'm on call for jury duty. All right, so I get a 1-day reprieve anyway. So here we go. Here are our onions. That's what they're looking like now. You see we have some browning, a little bit here and there, a little caramelization. We're going to get these really caramelized. And while we're waiting on that, I can go through the entire list of the ingredients. I got this from Persian Mama, so I'm going to say this is about as authentic as it gets. But there's not much ingredients here, so there's not much to change. So we have 1½ large onion, sliced thin and fried golden brown in 3 to 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Or you can use the already fried onions if you want. I don't know, not the French's stuff because that has flour and stuff. That's different than these kind of fried onions. In some of the Asian markets, you can find things like fried garlic, fried shallot, fried onions. That's kind of more what they're looking for. And they're talking about fried in this context. I mean, we want these really, really dark. Almost like we're making, if you've ever made chana masala or anything like that, an Indian dish. It likes the red onions really dark. Thumbs up would be appreciated as you're coming through. All right, so, and the next thing we want is 2 pounds of skinless chicken drumsticks or thighs, 8 ounces of walnut halves, about 2 cups, quarter cup of cold water, 1 cup of pomegranate concentrate, or they also call it pomegranate molasses. There are several brands, believe it or not, or you can make your own by boiling down pomegranate or the pom juice. I've done that before. It takes a lot of time. You can get, what else it needs? A quarter teaspoon of kosher salt and 1/8 teaspoon freshly cracked black pepper, pomegranate seeds for garnish if you prefer. Serve this over a rice. Now normally it would be like a long grain basmati type, more so. Ooh, with a tahdig. If you've never had a tahdig Persian rice, oh my gosh, it is amazing. It's a saffron rice, and it's sandwiched in between the rice is different fruits, dried fruits, nuts, that type of thing. And this rice, you kind of brown it. It gets all crispy, and then you turn it upside down to serve it, you know, for a group on a serving platter. Oh my gosh, it is such good rice. It's been a long time since I've made that too. Usually you can have like dates, raisins, barberry, currants, stuff like that sometimes. You can put pistachios, and walnuts, almonds, a mix. But yeah, these are getting up to be a good color now. We're almost there. Again, I'm on medium heat right now. Yeah, this is delicious. So I hope the weather is great where y'all are. Hey, Jose. Good to see you. How you been doing? Any thumbs up are appreciated as you stroll by. Hope you're hanging out with me though. Like I said, this dish is, ooh, it's so good. If we have any Persians in your house, say hi. Say hello. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite Persian dishes. And the rice. But I don't know, I think just the rice dish kind of tops it for me. That's my favorite Persian dish. Alright. They're getting brown, baby. And I'm going to go ahead and measure out this 1 cup of, well, I think this is a product of Azerbaijan. This is an organic pomegranate molasses. And you can see it's kind of liquidy, but it's not like a juice. This has no sugar added, this brand. So, but even with that, it has a lot of K value on it. The whole bottle. How many milliliters? This is 12.35 ounces. And so we'll have a few ounces left. 8 ounces in a cup. So I'm just going to eye it is what I'm going to do. Now, if you like this more sour than sweet, you can certainly add some lemon to this. But I'm going to do mine as is. Oh yeah, these colors are beautiful. I think at this point the onions are going to get really, really sensitive. So I'll stir them a lot more often. You just want them brown, not burnt. You're probably going to have a little burning on some of the edges. But you just have to be patient at this point. I'm going to get a bowl to transfer this into, because we're going to cook this chicken right in this pan. That's the other great thing about this meal. You have your side dish, you'll have your pot of rice, but other than that, it's a one-pot meal. I'm still suffering. I've got an infected finger right now, so I've got to take antibiotics on a schedule. I'm trying to get this done before I need to take my next medication. I don't know that that's going to happen. So I'll probably eat just a little something to leave room for this later on. Oh, and I had some extra chicken left over, so right now I have some Costa Rican chicken baking in the oven, which I almost forgot about. All right. These are getting there. Look at this. Look how brown they're looking now. It's exactly what we want. Go turn, I've got some seeds starting over here. Let me go turn off that light. I use just shop lights. Start my seeds, that's all they need. It's when they get bigger that they need more regular sunlight with UV rays. All right. That was perfect. I'm going to put these in here off the heat. All right. We're going to add our chicken in. I'm going to do skin side down first. I think I need a little more oil. Get a little oil. Oh, that's sticking so much. Trying to keep the skin from sticking too much. All right. I'm going to do skin side down to begin with. For a little bit. And then I'm going to flip them. Pretty tightly. Let me make room for everybody in here. Let that go a minute. I'm going to take this off. again, I hope everyone's doing well where you are. Trying to keep the skin, which really didn't matter to me because I'm not crazy about the skin. My husband loves it. All right. Are y'all a skin or a no skin person? There we go. So what do we do next? We put the onions on top of this. Oops. And help flavor the chicken some. Beautiful caramelized onion flavor. For each piece of chicken. Ah, it smells so good. Makes me want to cry. Come on, spatula. Oh my goodness. The chicken smell, and then this back on here, the onion. Yeah, goodness. Goodness gracious. Delicious. Now, the next step, we are going to put the walnut paste over as well. Let's go in on that. This is just pureed walnuts with a little bit of water. This is going to make like an amazing gravy later on. So again, this was like 2 cups of walnuts. That were ground up. You can do it any way you want. If you have to do it by hand, you can do it by hand. You have a big mortar and pestle, you could do that. Immersion blender. Pretty flexible. Or just pound the heck out of it in a bag. Alright, there's our walnut paste. Oh, it smells so good. Smells so good. Let me do a little cleanup here. And that sits. Now we're gonna drizzle pomegranate concentrate all over the ingredients. So here we go. This is an organic pomegranate molasses. They call it molasses syrup. You can make your own, like I said. We're going to pour almost all of this except for about 3 ounces of this. Will not go on here. Oh gosh. A little more, just for added deliciousness. Oh my goodness. It's sweet, it's tart. Woo! It's delicious. Now, hopefully one day I'll be growing pomegranates enough and I can make my own juice and syrups. That would be lovely. I've had those pomegranate trees out there forever, it seems, but they're just not wanting to do anything. I think it gets too hot, too cold, to this, to that. Now, where's my lid? Oh, my lid's in the back. Well, let me see if I have another lid I can use here. I made some collard greens the other day, so I've got to bag those up. I'm just going to use this lid for now. It works. And I'm going to turn that to medium-low for now. And then this beautiful saucy sauce. Oh, I didn't put salt and pepper. I should do that. Watch your ears. I'm going in with some pepper, a grinder. So, fair warning. Just to get it going. We're good there. And I am going to put a little salt into this to balance out the flavors. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of something. A little something. And that's it, folks. That is it. Super simple. We're going to cook that like an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to turn it on low. See that sauce? It is saucy. So we had the pomegranates kind of gone down to the bottom. We've got the walnut puree on top. And under the walnut puree is the fried onion on this chicken dish. Now, let me check the chicken and I've got in the oven now. That's a Costa Rican chicken. I think I've made that. It's made with, I just bake it with this sauce. You can find it in some Mexican markets carry this, even though it's Costa Rican. But it's this Lozano sauce. And this sauce has a little bit of everything in it. It's sweet, sour, spicy, tangy. It has water, sugar, salt, carrot paste, onion paste, cucumber paste, cauliflower paste, salt, acid, sodium benzoate, molasses, cornstarch, acid, spices, mustard flour, garlic powder, red chili pepper, corn protein, salt, yada, celery seed powder. Yeah, it's got crazy flavors in it. But it's really good on Costa Rica. They do black beans and rice. It's really good on that as well. So, I'm doing a chicken. The other thing I'm doing today, I'm probably going to make I've got puff pastry. So I'm probably just going to make a Danish with that. Once this Costa Rican chicken is done. And it's looking pretty good. Ooh, look at that color. The beautiful golden color on that. I'm getting juice all over my pot holder. I don't know if those have had enough time. They probably have. They'll finish cooking there. I know they've been in like 40 minutes or so. Right, Chris? What time was it earlier when I asked you? 2:30? They should be good. They should be delicious. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, what time was it earlier when I asked you? Do you remember?
I think it was 2 something. It's 3:38 now.
Yeah. Hey, Chicken Explorers. Oh, thanks. It was a fun interview. I'm surprised I did as well as I did. I kind of like, I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I like the high energy and positivity of the Sources show. It was really good. And I was very comfortable the whole time. It was nice seeing Susan go first from High Country Homestead. She did great on her interview, too. So, kind of got a feel of what to expect. Duran is just really cool. His wife Debbie and I have a lot in common. I was surprised. Really. So, what else do I have to make? This is probably going to be a dish for tomorrow night. This can be tonight. And both have rice. I already have black beans that I cooked in the freezer, so that's easy. I'll have an easy night tomorrow. I need to be looking out for, well, I may have jury duty this week, so we'll see. If I have jury duty, I'm more likely to just pick something up because I've got to do my channel stuff, and if I'm doing that, well, at least I can edit if I'm sitting there at the courthouse. You can at least do that. So, but yeah, I don't know, my finger is such a mess. It's just not healing. I'm on oral antibiotic. I'm on a topical antibiotic. And it's just giving me fits. I told Chris I'd like to just be able to sleep through the night and be awakened with my finger throbbing in the middle of the night. So it's crazy. But that's another thing that's keeping me from doing my editing is because I don't want to use my finger so much. I know when I had an infection before, they put it in splints so I couldn't move it. So that was crazy. But this time they didn't, but I try not to move it. All right, let's see. We're going to make some rice here while that's cooking too. Y'all have never seen me make my rice. I use the finger method, except my bad finger. My bad finger is my rice measuring finger. I'll have to use my other hand. I will. How long have I been on antibiotics? Almost a week, and I'm not seeing any improvement. It's kind of scary too. I tell you, it's looking lighter out there. It's looking icier out there. I'm afraid we're just not going to hit the high. I'm over here washing my rice, y'all. I like to rinse it a lot. I'll be washing it until it almost runs clear, 100% clear. That's how you have to do the Persian tajik rice as well. Because if you don't rinse it enough, it won't get crispy. And that is the point. I will spare you the washing of the rice. Probably a little too much for this pan, but it's alright. I need rice for 2 days anyway. Bus lunches. All right, one more rinse and we're done. All right, here we go. I'll show you how I measure my rice. Should have done it over there. This is approximate. We can do it here. We can do it here. All right. So here we go. We have my rice in my pan. And I kind of shake it to level it out. And then that first joint on your finger, the very first one, you want that to be your water level when your fingertip touches the top of the rice. And you just pour out or put in as much as you need. And I'm right at the level right there. All right. Oh, this chicken looks so dang good. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it in just a little bit longer. I want some of that sauce to evaporate a bit. Just a bit. Needs like 10 more minutes maybe. But I'm gonna do the rice over here. The bottom off. Put it on high. We're gonna add just a touch. Now I'm not gonna put salt. This has salt. The Lansano chicken has salt. I don't need more salt. All right, so just bring this to a boil on high. As soon as it boils, we're gonna stir that rice and put a lid on it. Pretty easy. This method's great too because you don't need measuring cups. Now this chicken here is going to take an hour and a half. So obviously we're not going to have time for that. But what I will do, like I always do, if I do a live, later on you'll see the finished dish in the photo. I try to do that anyway. So that is what we do. Yeah, it looks like it's getting worse out there before it's getting better. Oh yeah. Definitely, we're definitely getting a lot more icicles. Oh, and yeah, the trees. I see the orchard in the back. And the blueberries. Wow, the blueberries are really covered. I'll bring it over here. Y'all can check it out. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. All right. Oops. Sorry about that. Let's go out here. You can see what it's looking like out there. Can't zoom you in. Yeah, I can. See, we have those little icicles on the edge. Those weren't that big. I don't think they were actually there this morning at all. And then everything's starting to get white. Like the edge of the pine over here, that was not white on the left side. That was clear this morning. And then this side of the tree was the one that was really covered. Yeah, you can see the blueberries out here. They're right out above the bags. They're all covered nice. And the blackberries. And then, yeah, the peach tree and pomegranate or persimmon tree, mulberries, they're all covered. The fig doesn't look covered, which is weird. See, that's the one with the black limbs. Right there, above the bags. Yeah, so it's coming down, but the mint over here has been iced, which is good. It protects, the ice protects it. It acts like an insulator. And then these little, see the ice there is still, I was there this morning and it's still still formed. So, yeah. And I think we've hit the high for the day. So, looks like more ice, and more ice is coming. We'll see. We will see. All right, y'all. I'm going to get back to my cooking. Get my chicken done. And our rice is boiling. So what I do once it boils, I need to find the lid. Once that boils, I'm going to put the lid on and turn it down to low. And I only cook it for 15 minutes, and then I'll take it off and let it sit 5 minutes before I stir it. A watched pot never boils. Oh, I pulled up all my my tea last night. I love this brand Stash. Now this flavor I'm not crazy about. I don't even know that they make it anymore. But their mint teas, they usually have a couple types of mint. I have a vanilla chai. They used to have a huge selection of decaffeinated. You could buy a variety pack, and that's what this is. Acai berry. These are all delicious. It's like any flavor on steroids. So good. All right. Here we go. We're going to stir this. But my favorite tea is a mint tea. I like it in the summer, iced. When I have a good batch of mint, I'll usually make a picture of it. Lid's going on. Oops, wrong lid. Wrong. Oh, shoot. I don't see the lid. I can't reach back far in my cabinet. So, dang it. Hold on just a minute. Oh, God. What the heck? Alright, well, y'all. My lid's MIA, so that's it. I wonder what happened to that lid. Holy cow. Alright, y'all. But that's as much as we have. I'll bring you back to see this chicken dish after it cooks an hour and a half. Again, that is chicken thighs with, that is ground walnuts and water. And then we have a pomegranate molasses. That's what the chicken is cooking in. Underneath the walnut puree there is fried onions, and they're fried till they're brown. So this dish is, again, it's really easy, simple ingredients: walnuts, molasses, pomegranate molasses, and chicken, and onion. So this is just going to be amazing. We're going to serve this over rice. But yeah, it's going to be fall off the bone tender. And then once we mix that walnut in with the molasses syrup towards the end of the cooking, it's going to make amazing walnut pomegranate gravy. Ugh, y'all, crazy good. So y'all take care. Please, again, hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And I will publish a picture on this video once we sit down for dinner. So y'all take care, and we'll see you later. Bye. Guess I should turn it down on low. Oh my goodness. Now we're slipping and sliding everywhere. Help. Alright. There we go. Back under control. Y'all have a good one.